The other day I was driving for work, going from one place to another. As I traveled along, a movement in a roadside yard caught my eye. Cutting the grass of a modest ranch-style tract house, all on its own, was a robotic lawnmower. I'd never seen anything like it before. My feeling was a blend of amazement and horror, like stumbling into some strange future disguised as today. I about drove off the road. A little later, I passed a doggy daycare, a pet resort, it was called. A slick, shiny one-story building, trimmed with accent lighting and neon, designed to appeal to yuppies. This was followed by a Brainiac Academy daycare center of similar build and structure, boasting all-day and after-school care for tomorrow's employees of achievement. At a traffic light, I waited behind a van bus with tinted windows from Golden Home Run Adult Daycare. I continued along my way, passing office parks and corporate campuses, luxury condominium complexes, and apartment blocks of human shelving. These were followed by giant shopping centers, new car dealerships, and chain restaurants advertising quick takeout family meals. What was I seeing? What did it all mean? It occurred to me that this was the world we've inherited. Like that strip of crowded suburbanized highway, the same pattern of establishments repeated again and again. A place to live, a place to work, a place to consume, a place to entrust the care of those for whom you live and work. An endlessly repeating treadmill of modern life. For and to what purpose was all of this? Watching the passing pattern through the windshield as I made my way through my own working day, a narrative emerged. The language of the story was clear. We work to afford to house, clothe, feed, and transport ourselves, so we can work to pay for the care and support of those we love. It was simple, straightforward, and purposeful. On the surface, it was heartwarming, but the aggregate of all of it left a chilly feel. Why? Why must we engage this treadmill? Whose idea is all of this? We work, but for what? At core, for the last two items on the narrative list, to care for ourselves and those we love. But viewing this modern story, told through the reeling suburban world beyond my windshield, the order had become confused. Were we working to live or living to work? If I'm so busy earning to pay to outsource labors of love, like being present to my loved ones, preparing food for them, walking the dog, or mowing my own lawn, then what am I doing? The ancient book of Ecclesiastes asks, "For what do people get for all the toil and anxious striving for which they labor under the sun?" The question still haunts us now in our brave new world. It gives pause. Sort of like this highway I find myself on. We just sort of get ramped into this pattern, locked in the speeding traffic of modern life. We have to go with the flow to keep up, and before we realize it, we've gone too far, and we're lost in the wrong state. Seems there's no easy way out. We're moving too fast to find an exit ramp before the ride is over. What to do? At a minimum, I think we need to slow down. This road around us and its direction may be the price we pay to participate in the big picture, the modern human race. Perhaps to take the journey with an approach of deliberate, wakeful living is the most important first step. It is a simple act of mindfulness to breathe deeply and embrace the present, to pick and choose where to invest our energies and attention. Surely I can't control it all, but I can choose to show up for those most important to me. I can choose to be in this specific moment, and, moreover, should I choose, I can mow my own lawn.